News on WDSU.
All right, we begin with breaking news. After weeks of interviews and speculations, former Saints head coach Sean Payton is back in the NFL.
Yeah, we now know the answer. Payton will become the new head coach of the Denver Broncos.
WDSU sports anchor Fletcher Mackel following this story very closely. He is live, and a lot to unpack here when it comes to Sean Payton moving to Colorado. Yeah, Sean Payton, almost 1 year to the day from when he stepped down as the head coach of the New Orleans Saints, back in the league. He'll be taking over the Denver Broncos. The good news, the Saints won't have to face him except for every 4 years. Sean Payton will become the new head coach of the Denver Broncos. Payton had been interviewing with several NFL teams, the Houston Texans, the Carolina Panthers, of course, the Denver Broncos as well. And now he will become the next head coach of the Denver Broncos. He is the first established head coach the Broncos have had since John Fox. They have had 3 assistant coaches. All have produced very little success. Of course, Payton took the Saints to the highest of highs, winning Super Bowl 44 during the 2009 year. He was the head coach in New Orleans for 16 seasons, producing an offense that will be remembered as one of the best in NFL history, with future Hall of Fame quarterback Drew Brees. A year ago, Sean Payton abruptly stepped down. He said at his press conference he intended to return at some point to the NFL, and now 12 months later, here we are, Sean Payton taking over for the Denver Broncos is their head coach. Joining us now live from California, his home in Palm Desert, is WDSU Saints analyst and former Saints head coach Jim Mora. Coach, the first question, the obvious one, your thoughts on Payton as the head coach of the Broncos?
Well, I really think this is a good move for Payton and for the Broncos. The Broncos have a new ownership. I think that they're going to have already, with the contract and all, given Payton everything that he needs as far as authority, decisions, all those kind of things with the new owners. And it's really good for Payton. I'll tell you why. Because their defense has been, the last 2 or 3 seasons, one of the best in the NFL. So he's going into a team with a really good defense, and he being an offensive coach and a great head coach, he's going to be able to establish something offensively, which I think is going to set up really well with the defense. And I think they're going to be a good team quick. They were the 4th team in the division last year in their division. They gave up the fewest points in their division last season. So that's, a nice thing to know. But Payton, Payton is just, he's going to get that offense going. And I really like Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson went into a team last year with the Broncos. They had a new head coach, a guy that had never been a head coach. Payton's got that tremendous experience and background. And he's got a good quarterback, a quarterback that has been very successful in the league over the last few years, Russell Wilson. And I think he'll get the best of Russell Wilson out of him this coming season.
All right, Coach, very quickly here. You're right. Sean Payton gets to coach Russell Wilson, and he is a very good player. But you, when you were the coach of the New Orleans Saints, had to coach against a dynasty franchise. You had to coach against the San Francisco 49ers with Joe Montana. Sean Payton will now be going against the current dynasty, the Kansas City Chiefs, and Patrick Mahomes. Is that something he should have maybe considered before taking this job?
I don't think so, because I'm positive, and I don't know what it is, but I know for sure that the Broncos have the Payton's got a good deal with the Broncos. What kind of a contract, I don't know, but I'm sure he's going to make a lot of money, and I think he's going to have a lot of authority and say so with his experience with that organization, or I don't think he would have taken the job. He's not going to take the job just to be a head coach in the NFL like some new guy would, or a young guy would. Payton's been around. He knows what it takes to be successful, and I'm sure he's got that ability to do that within the realm of the Denver Broncos. They've told Payton, you're going to be our head coach. You know what it takes. Go ahead and do it. And I think that's going to be important for Payton, knowing Payton, what kind of guy he is and all that. He needs that, and he got it, I'm sure.
All right, more with former Saints head coach and WDSU analyst Jim Mora coming up in later newscasts. Jim, thank you very much. A couple of final items here as I send things back to you all. Sean Payton, the compensation the Saints will receive, the Broncos' first-round draft pick this year, pick number 29, and their second-round draft pick next year, Sean Payton will be going to the Broncos. The Saints will also be sending them a 2024 third-round draft pick. It's also worth noting that Sean Payton was the Broncos' third choice after Jim Harbaugh and DeMeco